I'm Jesse. I'm a New York City 2006 Corps member and the creator of Impact. I'm excited to show you how to use this software and hope that you find it useful in the classroom. Today, we'll begin by showing you how to set up your new account, create courses in Impact, add students to your courses, and take and view attendance reports. If you're ready, let's get started.
Let's begin by logging into Impact with the account that's provided to you. The first time you log in, it'll ask you to set your new password. Our only rule is that it's 6 characters or longer. Once you log in, there's some basic information to fill out about your account. One thing that you should take some time to do is to set the name that your students call you. This should be a name that's friendly and to be showing up on printed reports or on screen while you're at school. Another important piece of information is the current year and term. I'm going to set this to last year, 2009, second semester. For the beginning of your year in 2010, I suggest setting it to 2010, term 1. This will only change when your schedule or class lists change, and this is only a default for your new courses that we're about to create. I'll explain more later. Once you've set your settings, you can save them, and we're going to go straight to the Courses tab to learn how to set up your courses and your enrollments. Click the Courses tab at the top of the page and you'll see a blank list. First thing to do is press New to create a new course. I'm going to give mine a boring name for the purpose of this training, and I suggest selecting a content area from the drop-down to use in reports later. Note that the year and term have been set to the default values from your account settings. Don't forget to change the year or term as needed at the end of the semester, trimester, term, or any time that your class enrollments change at your school. And that's all you need to do to set up your courses. If you don't yet know your students list, you can press Save and go to the Planning tool and begin setting up your units, standards, and assessments. For now though, let's stay on the Courses tab and begin talking about how to add student names. To enter student names, simply click on the first column of the first name and start typing. You can use Tab, Enter, or the mouse to switch between columns and rows. I'm going to enter a few famous folks here, and while I'm doing so, notice that the ID column has not yet been filled out. Students in Impact will automatically get assigned an ID when they're saved to the database. Let's do one more manual entry here. You can leave the grade or gender column blank, but you must fill out the first and last name. Sometimes it's a lot more useful to fill out students in bulk. You may be provided a spreadsheet version of your class list by your school. Let's take a look at how we can add those to our course quickly. If you click on the Import button, you'll be given the option to select a file to upload or to paste from Excel. These are 2 easy ways to get data from a spreadsheet into Impact. Let's go with the copy-paste method. I have a class list here with first and last names, and I'm going to select both columns, copy it, go to Impact, and paste into the box below. Impact will let you preview your data by showing you the column headers from your original spreadsheet. If they don't exactly match the fields that we're looking for, which are first name, last name, grade, and gender, Impact gives you the opportunity to map the fields, one column to one field. For this, we don't have grade and gender information, so let's select first name and map it to first, last name, map it to last, and press OK to complete our import. As you can see, all the students from the spreadsheet have now been added into the Impact class list. To save your student list at any time, press the Save button. In this case, after it saves, it comes up with a warning saying that warnings occurred when adding students to your course. Please review the student records marked with a red X, mouse over the X for details, and save again. Your students have not been saved as long as warnings have occurred. Let's scroll up and find the red X. There it is. If you notice here, the red X is next to John Adams' name. It says you have another student enrolled in this course with the same name. For the time being, Impact does not allow you to have 2 students with identical names because you wouldn't be able to identify them on reports. If you truly do have students with the same name, I suggest doing what you might do in another gradebook, which is to add a number to the end, use a middle initial, or an abbreviation for their name. In this case, we have 2 John Adams. So I'm going to go in and realize that in reality, John Quincy Adams is his full name. Then I'll save again, and it should go in without error. You'll notice here that the names have all been assigned unique ID numbers. This is useful in our database to keep all student data separate, and in case 2 teachers have students with the same names. You won't need to use this ID for anything for now. As a quick teaser of some power features, Impact can also export and print class lists. In this case, I just created a PDF version of my class list with columns for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday that may be useful for tracking on a clipboard during class. Naturally, you're going to want to add more than one class list at some point, so let's do a second class right now. But leave it blank from students and just save it into the database. You can do as many classes as you want in Impact. Impact also has the ability to collect and report on attendance for any class. I want to quickly show you how you might enter attendance and view the related reports. To enter attendance, you can simply use the shortcut keys P for present, T for tardy, A for absent, or E for excused. You can also click on the white box next to the student's name. Make sure you have the date set properly. For now, I'm going to enter some bogus attendance records for each of the students in the class. And submit them when I'm done. If you click on View Attendance, you'll immediately be able to see any new attendance records for the students, organized by day. There's also a Grades tab, which will eventually have more data in it. Let's go back to the Course Details tab. You can use this throughout the year to view and maintain your class lists. You can add new students, or select existing students, and use the Remove tool to remove them from your class roster. In general, in the Courses tab, make sure to hit Save whenever you've made any changes. Thanks for taking the time to learn how to set up your courses, students, and attendance in Impact. I look forward to seeing you next time when we talk about setting up units, standards, and assessments. See you soon!